Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Cuddy, and this video is about how to make citations for your research project. Now a citation, it's not the most exciting part of the research process, but it is absolutely essential. So what a citation is, it gives credit to the resource you use to find your information. So for your project, you likely not only found resources to read, but pictures to add to your slideshow too. You have to give credit to both. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do today. On my screen, I have the Seward School website, and I'm scrolling down until I see the link for Library Innovation Lab. So I'm going to click on that. And what I'm looking for here is the site that I'm going to use to make citations. And what we use in the Auburn School District when you get to the junior high and high school is NoodleTools. When you get into 7th grade, you'll be given an account, and then you can use all the features of NoodleTools. For elementary students, we don't have accounts, so we use a free version of NoodleTools, which is what I have on my website. So I'm going to click on that. And typically, the home screen gives you a few choices for how to do your citation, either MLA or APA or Chicago. I just had chosen the first, MLA. And right now I want to make a citation. And for your research, I would imagine that you used websites for this. So I'm going to use my drop-down menu and I'm going to select website and then create citation. It's going to open up a box where I'm going to find information for that resource. So the first thing it's asking for is the URL, which stands for Uniform Resource Locator, which is a fancy way of saying the website's address, that http://www.blah.com. So I also now have to have open the website that I use to find my information. So I'm going to go back to the Seward page. See, I'm clicking on tabs here to go back and forth. And I'm going to go to the Colonial America links. And I'm just going to pick a random website, but you pick the website that you actually use to find your information for your project. So I'm going to click here. And wait for that to open up. Okay, so here's the website that I used for my project. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that website address, which is right up here in the address bar. I want this whole thing, so when I click on it, it all gets highlighted, and I'm going to copy it. So there's ways you can copy. You can go up to the edit choice in the menu bar and select copy. You can do shortcut key. On Mac, it's Command C. I think on PC, it's Control C. That copies it. And now I'm going to paste it into NoodleTools. So I'm going to click where the URL is. I'm going to go up to Edit Paste. For the shortcut key, it's either Command V as in victory or Control V as in victory. And the next thing it's asking me for is date of publication. So I'm going to try to find out when this information was published. And in some cases, it's not very, very clear. So I'm going to go back into my website. In this case, I'm lucky. It's actually, the date is right there. But sometimes you have to scroll all the way to the bottom to see if there's some sort of copyright date. And sometimes there isn't at all. And if that's the case, if the website that you're using, there's absolutely no date anywhere, then what you do in that instance is leave it blank. So I'm going to go back into NoodleTools. I'm going to pick the month. It's May 6, 2011. 2011. The next piece of information it's asking me for is the most recent date of access. That means, when did you look at this? Because websites are ever changing. I am just going to click on today, and it just plugs in today's date. Now I scroll down. Next thing it's looking for is who wrote this? Who wrote this website? And a lot of times, this is also not very clear. There's no by so-and-so that's very obvious to see. And if that's the case, leave it blank. For me, I do have an author. I have right under the title, by Elizabeth Roberts. So I can go back into NoodleTools. I'm going to select, this is not an editor, this is an author. And I'm going to put in her name. Now with names, you always want to make sure that you capitalize the first letter in the name. Next thing I'm looking for now is the title of the page I looked at. I go back in, and the title is very, very clear. It's big, it's bold, it's right here. It's very obvious that this is my title, that it's not this, that it's not these tabs up here. This is the title of the article. From haircuts to hangnails, the barber surgeon. So I go back in, and it's a title, so you want to make sure that you're capitalizing the first letter. I'm having it look exactly how it looks on the article. So from haircut to hangnails, dash, dash, the barber surgeon. Okay, I can now You don't have to worry about this English translation. Website, name of the website. So I'm trying to find out who published this. What's the name of the publisher? So I go back to my website, and typically this is where you find it, right in the upper left-hand corner. That is who published this website, Brain Blogger. So I go back, and I'm going to make it look just like it does with that weird capitalized B in the middle. And that's all I need. I have all the pieces of information. So what you need to find when you do a citation, and you have to do a citation for every single resource you use to find your information. So if you use 3 websites, that means 3 citations. So you need to find the website address. If there's a date, and there might not be, and if there's not a date, leave it blank. Click today for saying that you accessed it today. You're going to see if there's an author. There might not be, and if that's the case, leave it blank. There will be a title, and you will have the name of the website it came from. That is what you need. Now that I'm all done, I can click on Save, and here is my citation. This right here that I'm highlighting. That is my citation that I want to put into my slideshow. So that's the next step. Now, I have to have my slideshow open. So I know that your teachers have provided you with a shell of a slideshow. I'm just going to open up Google Slides. So I can create a slideshow. Yours is already created for you. You just need to go to the last slide in your show, which is the citation slide. So here's my slideshow. I'm going to add some slides. This is my last slide. This is my citation slide. All right, so what I'm going to do, go back to NoodleTools. This is already highlighted, so you want to make sure you highlight the whole thing and copy it. Then I go back into my slideshow, and I'm going to paste it in. And there's my citation. Don't worry that it looks small. That's how citations look. They're tiny. Now, if you used images from the websites where you also got your information, then this citation covers you. You're all set. But let's say you didn't do that. Let's say you went to just Google Images to look up images, try to find images for a colonial barber. So I'm just going to show you what I would do in that case. If I just looked up some images, colonial American barber. Okay. You want to basically say a little description of what the picture looks like and where you got it from. So let's say I used this picture here in my slideshow, this one right here. Well, I need to find out where this came from. It didn't come from Google. That's always like a mistake some kids make. They're like, well, I got my information from Google. Google is not a source of information. Google is an index that gives you sources of information. So this came from somewhere. I'm going to click on the link so I can get the web address where this came from. This actually came from the newspaper Chicago Tribune. And what I'm going to do is in my citation, images, picture, barber, writing, because that sort of makes clear what that is. And then I'm just going to get the URL. I'm going to copy this. I clicked in the address bar to get the whole website address. I go back in, and I'm just going to paste it in. All right, so now I'm covered. So now I've done my image, and I've done my citation. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I am home, waiting for your emails. My email address is elizabethcuddy@aecsd.education. Like if you need more help with this, if you want to Zoom, I don't know, you want to detailed notes on this, I'd be more than happy to do that for you. All right, good luck.